Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Where we left off last time, we're about to head to the academy, see if we can finish up our dear friend Lindsay's quest. I think we still have Octavia with us, which was actually kind of silly. I should have left her back at home. We also haven't turned in her quest fully yet because we haven't talked to her in front of the keep, but we'll deal with that later too. Sure, it'll be fine, no big deal. There are a lot of guards around, and Dre something. Yarns. There you are. What kind of performance are we to expect today? The capitulation of King Eltimar in the face of the luminous Invading, or something else? Who are you? I am Dre Yarns, High Priest of Calistria, patron of this city. I also command the Temple Guard. If I oppose Invading, will you support me? Why? Invading prays to Calistria himself and donates generously to the temple. With him in charge, the city has become much more cheerful than it used to be. Why would I wish to want to see him deposed? All the members of the old families kidnapped by Invading are dead, and their bones lie at the bottom of the underground pond at White Rose Abbey. So he did kill them. That does change things, but not for me. Invading has been much more generous to our temple than any of the trade houses ever were. No, that's not a reason to rebel. Think about it. Why should I incite a riot? I have proof that Invading intentionally bred monsters. Oh, that's quite like him. Yeah, many in the city would be enraged if they found out. Many, but not me. I'm afraid you have nothing to offer me, Your Highness. If you oppose Invading, I'll protect him. Now you better leave. There are spies everywhere. I wonder what we're supposed to say to him to, like, get him on our side. But then again, I don't really care. If we have to kill all these idiots, I'm fine with that. Duchamp has a lovely doublet on. Gone is the confident and well-groomed playwright who approached you at the Rushlight tournament. Duchamp, who sent you to defeat the river pirates, is pale and wan, as though he had not slept for days. He shakily runs a hand through his hair as you approach. It's a terrible mistake. I owe you an apology and an explanation. He holds up a hand as if to request patience or to ward off a blow. Walsh Stevaway, the magistrate, knows that I have a way with words. Wouldn't think that now that I'm stumbling over myself. He may be cruel, but he's devious. I think he wanted to test my loyalty and eliminate rivals at the same time, so he recruited me to spy. It seemed natural, but with my husband and the guards, I couldn't just refuse. That would make me look like a threat to the state. Now the king is already putting the squeeze on the city guard hard enough, so that would threaten my Talwyn too. I've concocted a story to get you to attack someone on the pretense of piracy, knowing that it wasn't true. He withers with shame. He looks nervously around. You need to get out of here before there's more trouble. I'm going to do what I can to make this right, though faster than you can say. We're gonna save him. Duchamp, shouts an approaching woman, her voice silencing all other conversations for 100 feet. It is Renshala Vescari, who had overseen the convoy you attacked, and she proudly wears light blue clothing embroidered with the heron insignia of the Riversong Trade House. You have the gall to show your face in Pitax after your slander and treachery? Who do I have to blame for this heinous attack on my shipments, my family, and my crew members? Several of her personal guards array themselves behind her, watching grimly. At the same time, onlookers begin gathering to see what's happening. It is this miserable actor. And who lines your pockets, I wonder? Who has sent a profit from my family's misfortune by hiring assassins? More people have showed up. Welsh Sevaway, stand aside, make way for the king's magistrate. The Honorable Welsh Sevaway, or Kelvaway, makes his way to the conversation with a squad of Pitax guards in tow. Sergeant Talwyn Helmarian, keep the peace as I handle these miscreants. He tugs irritably on his sash before looking at you. As for you, it is convenient that you spared us the trouble of arresting you for sentencing. How dare you show your face in Pitax after launching an unprovoked attack on the Riversong Trade House, lifeblood of our city and pride of our kingdom. You have slain our people and threatened the prosperity of every citizen gathered here. It was not his fault, declares Imar, as he steps forward. I accept responsibility for... The magistrate interrupts. Listen, now this villain has begun poisoning the minds of our people, using doubt and venom to make us see ourselves as fiends when the mastermind stands before us. He points accusingly at you. Yes, proud citizens of Pitax, from this foreign miscreant stems all these ills. Sergeant Talwyn seems baffled by what's happening, looking for guidance from Imar. The latter looks back with sad resolve. But we are a civilized and a high-minded people, declares Walsh Sevaway. Let's hear from the accused. Smugly he turns to you and waits your response. Octavia looks worriedly at Talwyn. Look at him, Eltimar. That's love. If we don't keep Imar safe, we'll have broken these two apart. I don't think I can sleep with that on my conscience. The traitorous poet should be escorted to the gallows with a loop in the noose for every lie. That's the sort of show I'd gladly watch from the front row. You're the one who's behind all this, and I can prove it. A cruel sneer cracks Judge Savoy's face. Ah, the red-handed criminal questions the judicial system. Very well. How do you refute the state's accusations? You warned Rinshala Vascari of an impending attack, not from pirates, but from me. It's as though you hoped I would attack her and incriminate myself. I was prepared to condemn you for theft and murder, yet it is no trouble for me to add forgery to the counts against you. Judge Savoy appears at the page for a moment before adding, and even so it's my sacred duty to protect the people against the foreign pretenders and predators from your lawless land. Rinshala Vascari steps forward. Forgery, you sent this letter directly to me, your honor. You warned me about Eltimar, and I have received at least 10 letters from you before. The writing and the seal match. Why would the accused forge a letter that incriminates himself? No, you are blustering because you worked with this playwright to attack me. Although the crowd still seems moved by Judge Savoy's rhetoric, a muttering minority begins questioning his narrative. You told me of these so-called pirates, Judge Savoy. What could you have to gain by painting your own people as outlaws? Of course I warned you against pirates, Judge Savoy responds indignantly. King Irvedi's soldiers patrol our territory to ensure the safety of all. Yet there are those who would exploit it. The river freedoms attack our merchants. He looks at you for a moment before turning to the crowd. Clearly our king was right to worry about foreign powers preying upon our people. Although the crowd still seems moved by Judge Savoy's rhetoric, a muttering minority begins questioning his narrative still. The playwright Duchamp asked me to attack the Vascari convoy, though he misinformed me about my target's identity. It's true, Imar proclaims, eliciting a gasp from Talwyn. I concocted a story to get Eltimar in trouble. We would not be here now if it were not for my deception. Who made you do this? The playwright squares his shoulders before pointing at the magistrate. Walsh Kelvaway approached me, demanding that I trick Eltimar into attacking the convoy for the good of Pitax. What I thought was a service to the kingdom has endangered our people and the innocent man before us. Lies and slander, explodes the magistrate. How easy it must be for a playwright to spin such a web of falsehoods, to confuse the listener and betray his neighbors. No good people of Pitax. Imar Duchamp was not born in our fair nation, but in Talador, where intrigue and backstabbing are second nature. It should come as no surprise that he would find a kindred spirit in Eltimar. Although the crowd still muttering minority still, the Vascaris have long been a thorn in your side. You stood to gain from their fear, especially if you got someone else to do your dirty work. Your defense is that the people of Pitax are petty and treacherous? Just you. No, the Riversong Trade House has always been an honored part of the community. It has nothing to fear so long as it has King Irvedi's protection. Rinshala Vascari speaks up. It is no secret that the Riversong Trade House and the king have disagreed about his politics. His agents have put additional pressure on us to support him, and now we have this threat of foreign attack to make us come crawling to the king for protection. As you continue to make your case, the crowd voices its doubts about Judge Savoy and his accusations. As he tries to regain order, some guards jeer and boo him. You've not yet won the crowd's approval, but neither has the magistrate. I guess that's all we got, though. Do not forget that Pitax is a law of land and justice, or a land of law and justice, sorry. The king's justice. As appointed magistrate and defender of the people, it's my job to declare you guilty. Judge Savoy sneers in grim triumph before staggering back at the crowd's outburst. Clearly he was hoping for the grudging support of the onlookers. Rather than hate you for attacking the Vascari convoy, most people present seem to sympathize with you and blame Walsh Savoy for framing you. He tugs at his sash so hard it nearly tears before spinning to leave. Run like the coward you are. He may let you leave, but I do not. For the River Song! At least Valerie's in the right position to not get us killed. Talwyn is on our side, which is good, because we didn't want to kill him. Walsh is here. We don't need to charge, but we do need to 5-foot step. Just to make... No, we don't, because we're completely stuck. Knock Knock, though, is in good position to maybe attack this guard. Definitely attack this guard, who will promptly get murdered. Just destroyed. Oh, my main character, stop it. Okay, we're fine. And we'll 5-foot step that way. Doesn't look like there's any guards on this side that we need to worry about. There are... Is Walsh dead? Did he instantly die? I think he instantly died. Yep, the merchant brawler killed him.
Taste my fury.
Let's see what she can do. I'm kind of curious to see what her damage is like. She got critically hit for 94. I should have moved her back, though, to be honest. That was my own fault. She did do 80 something damage though. We'll bring her back to life, it's not a big deal. We'll just breath the life her, it's fine.
You right. Writing you out of our story.
Nobody kill him yet, Eltimar needs another turn. Although I don't think he's gonna get one. Maybe he will. Damn. Okay, we gotta pause.
Our time has come.
We need to get this heal off beforehand so we don't have to waste anything. No, you idiots! You screwed up my spell. Imar seems unable to find the right words. I was at fault. I was ready to accept the blame, but you never blamed me for anything. I don't understand, but I'm grateful. You could have abandoned me to suffer for my wrongdoings, yet you shielded me. I won't forget this. Sergeant Talwyn approaches and puts a comforting hand on his husband's shoulder. I don't understand all of what happened, he admits. He gives Imar a scolding look before adding, but I'm sure my husband will be happy to explain it to me later. I can tell that he was in trouble and you stepped in to protect him, where I might not have been able. I appreciate that so much, and I want you to know that we, the guards, are outraged with King Invading and his ever crueler policies. I think Walsh might have wanted to provoke me to revolt and use it against the guard. Anyway, please take this. Before I donned the uniform of Pitax, I wore this as a sellsword. And I don't think we're going to be able to res Octavia, so we're going to have to do it with a raise dead spell because it stupid cutscene screwed up our breath of life. Well, not cutscene, but like cut thing. As Imar and Talwyn depart, Ranchella approaches you. We may not have met under the best circumstances, yet I think I understand why your people respect you. What you just witnessed was King Irvedi's idea of justice. I don't care for it at all. Please take this amulet. I will let the others of my family know that you are a friend. She gives a shallow bow and walks away. I hope maybe we can still get this spell off, but I don't think we will be able to. As soon as they're out of frame, then we get control back. Although it's been way more than 2 rounds. Can't even move yet. Can we move? Where are they going? How far do they have to leave before they... Oh, there we go. I don't think this is going to work anymore. No. It's definitely way out of time. You don't have any diamonds? Really? Well, this is just kind of annoying, actually. Alright, we're gonna have to go bring her back to life. Ooh, a kukri. Swift Injustice. +4 and 2 damage to helpless targets. It's okay. It's not the best kukri in the world. So my sound doesn't seem to be working. Might be broken. Anyways, we need to go get a diamond. It won't take very long. Might have to reload as well. Where is the nearest actual store? I mean, we have a town relatively close to here that should have diamonds, I hope. Excuse me. Yes, right here, Dierburg. Only 12 hours away. Alright, we're entering and we're going to see what's going on here. In terms of diamonds. I'm hoping there's at least some. If I have to go all the way back to our capital, I'm going to be very annoyed. I know there's diamonds at our capital, but I'm kind of hoping we don't have to go all the way back there. Of course we do. Alright, I'm going to pause the video, head all the way back to the capital, get some diamonds. It's my own fault that Octavia died, stupidly. Although that critical hit was a huge amount of damage. Anyways, I'll be back shortly when we get back to Pitax. We're actually back in the capital for just a moment here. I just realized we might as well do Octavia's quest while we're here, and then also drop her out of the group for now. We'll probably have to take her later along later, but we'll see. For now, though, we're going to take Amiri back into our group to do some stabbing, as is her job. But let's finish off Octavia's quest here. She burnt the house down. Octavia stands beneath the tree, looking once again at the fibula with Della Fiorni's coat of arms. Well then, no more mysteries. I know who I am now. Octavia hurls the fibula down from the viewing point. I'm Octavia, just Octavia, an orphan without a family. Reg, you, Lindsay, our crazy team is my true family. I don't need another. What you did was cruel, but it was right. Some bridges just need to be burned, and sometimes more than just bridges. Actually, the Marchioness was not just a terrible monster, she was a criminal. For slave trading, I should send her to the gallows. Maybe, but let her live. Let her carry the memory of what she's done and the knowledge that I'll never forget it to her death. That's punishment enough for her. And after what we did at the Technic League's hideout, I don't want to kill again without need. I mean, I'm sure it was the right decision, it's just, you know, I'm afraid of turning into a monster walking over a trail of corpses. Octavia smiles mischievously. It's easier to live without the past. With no past, only the future lies ahead, so lead the way. Whatever waits, I'm with you to the end. And we got 28,000 experience for that. Pretty good. How is our leveling doing? We have a long way to go. Like a very long way to go. So long, in fact, that it's not going to be for a while. And we got Amiri back in our group, which is nice. And now we're going to wander all the way back to Pitax. It won't take too long, hopefully. Then maybe I should rest when we get there. But, yeah, it'll be fine. One thing I realized is that when people are dead in your party, they can't act as advisors anymore. Obviously, I mean, that makes perfect sense, you know, lore-wise. But it also removes them from the advisor pool. So when I got back, I was like, why do I not have a magistrate, or a magister, whatever it was, advisor? And then I realized because Octavia was still dead at that point. Then I raised her up, and then we could put her back into the pool, but still, kinda threw me off guard for a second there. My characters don't stay dead for very long. Also, I didn't buy any diamonds, but I do have several scrolls of Raised Dead, so it should be fine. I have 5 scrolls of Raised Dead.
Resting would be nice.
I realized I couldn't cast Raised Dead on someone while I was in the city. I didn't feel like leaving the city to deal with it.
Why don't we set up camp?
Alright, so we've dealt with most of the academy. We still have to do a bit of the academy area. We just have to explore around, see if there's anyone else to talk to, and then we can finally maybe approach the city, go to the castle gates, and deal with Iravetti himself. We haven't done the best job in Pitax of, like, getting people on our side, honestly. We have the guards, we have one of the trade houses currently. The other noble house doesn't really care, and the assassin slash, I don't know, secret police guy also doesn't care, but I don't know if we could actually win him over. He's insane. Literally insane. Super drug paranoid. He would never have really come along with us. Oh yeah, also the priest isn't coming with us either, but I don't care about him because he is awful. Sometimes you have to kill a lot of people to make a place better. We still have to deal with Bellavara. I think she's up here somewhere. Or not yet. Thought we had to deal with Bellavara at some point. I don't think I can go any further this way. I think we're stuck. I think this is the end of the zone for us. Yeah, it does appear that way. Okay. I guess we're leaving. There's no one else to talk to here, just soldiers. Wait, who are those people again? Oh, Natalia Gatarin. Yeah, let's talk to her. She just seems important. She's the leader of the academy. So you've come to give your crown to Iravetti after all, don't you worry. His Highness will take good care of your lands. Lindsay steps forward with a triumphant smile on her face. Headmaster Gatarin, have you read the book? You know, the book about the Academy, Pitax, Iravetti, and so on. An amusing little work, wouldn't you say? I'm a lawful subject of His Highness Iravetti. Do you think I would read a book that was forbidden by his personal order? As far as I know, the book consists of dirty slander and groundless insults against our respected citizens, and a direct indictment to riot against our lawful king. I wouldn't touch it even if it weren't forbidden. But anyway, you've no time to discuss books, even such popular ones. You came to see His Highness, did you not? Well then, go speak with him. Perhaps you'll have time to discuss literature after you've finished your business with him. Huh, we'll talk, don't you worry. We have something to say to him. If you knew what I know about Iravetti's business, you wouldn't be serving him. Really? And what do you know? Iravetti brought a whole army of bards to Littletown and used them to crush his enemies. So that's where all my best students are. That means he created the academy not for the love of the arts, but to train a new branch of the military? What an outrage. What you've told me is troubling, but it's between me and His Highness, and my own conscience. You won't persuade me to betray my patron. This conversation's over. I thought that was a pretty good one. Enemy de Belvara, the most celebrated of all Pitaxian bards, approaches you with a sweet smile. Just listen to her, how loyal she is to her protector, how much she and her students owe to him. It's disgusting to hear this spineless creature crawling to her master. You seem to really hate Iravetti. Why is that? For the same reason he's hated by every Pitaxian girl or boy unlucky enough to catch that stinking pig's eye. He doesn't take no for an answer. The whole city is his personal harem. When he failed to seduce me, he tried to buy me, and when he failed to buy me, he tried taking me by force. When he failed at that too, he tried to put a spell on me using a strange artifact. Praise Callistria, the magic didn't work, but I swear by the goddess, what I wouldn't give to have my revenge, for myself and countless others less fortunate. What artifact? I don't know, it was like a piece of driftwood or perhaps a wooden sword. I really don't want to talk about it, forgive me. But in a nutshell, the pig invited me to another romantic dinner, snuck up on me from behind and poked me in the back with a stick. I don't know what he expected, but it didn't work. I immediately realized he was trying to put a spell on me, and I was so consumed by rage as I've never felt in my whole life. I'm ashamed to recall the scene I made. I screamed, flipped over the table, splashed him with wine. Ha, you know what? I'm not ashamed at all. The look of his unshaven snout dripping wine, it's my only pleasant memory of the whole evening. What do you want from me? I have a business proposal for you. I have influence in Pitax. If I rouse the students of the Academy to rebel against Iravetti, no one will listen to that old hag Italia. It's a few hundred healthy boys and girls, many of whom wield magic. Trust me, you'd prefer them fighting for you, not against you. And in return, I ask you keep the Academy open after you win the crown, and make me its new headmaster. Deal? Kyrieru watches the bard with undisguised hostility. I wonder what price he'll ask when you sell your loyalty to the next one to claim the crown. Don't make any deals with her, Eltimar. The scaffold is a proper stage for bards and poets. Deal. Help me rouse the bards to rebel against Iravetti. I'll make you the Academy's new master. You won't regret it. We shall meet you in front of the palace, and now I must speak with the students. I'd rather have her on my side. Alright, let's go deal with Iravetti. It's time. We have all the people we can muster at the moment anyways. Like half the cities to get with us, I think. Let's go to the gates. Oh, so there's loot over here we missed. Wonder what it is. Probably got... Wait, do I still not have any sound effects? Oh, no idea, okay. The sound is just worn off, which is odd. Maybe it's because it's a showdown. Having no music is kind of unnerving, actually. Here we go.
Well, hello, King. I'm glad to see that despite your utter failure as a ruler, you did listen to the voice of reason and made the only right decision. Give me your crown and swear allegiance to me. I promise I shall rule your lands wisely and mercifully.
Iravetti towers over us, standing proudly on the steps of his palace. He greets you with a condescending smile. No, Iravetti, I didn't come to give you my crown. I came to take yours.
Citizens of free Pitax, our city is in danger. The enemy is at the gate. To arms! For our freedom! For your king!
Your Highness, I won't let them near you. Students of the Academy, it's time for us to protect our benefactor, for King Iravetti. I stabbed thee with mine own heart, bitch. Listen to me, students. Today we'll be rid of that old buzzard for King Eltimar. Nice. City guards, suppress this riot. Protect King Iravetti. Old families, founders of Pitax, today is the day of our reckoning. Destroy Iravetti for King Eltimar. I don't know who my enemies are all going to be. May Callistria bless the king. Temple guard, to battle for His Highness King Iravetti. So half of them are on our side, half of them are not. Thieves Guild, if King Eltimar wins, we'll all be hanged. Bring me his head. We knew that was happening, because we screwed up the Thieves Guild. Alright, so... I mean, this could not have been a better start to our fight. So our people are all here on this side, luckily. I'm just going to try not to hit too many of our own people, but we're definitely going to knock these guys down. And this fight's practically over now.
You deserved it.
It is missing some sound effects. I might have to restart my game. That's okay. There's some Pitaxian soldiers. Yeah, some of the sound effects are missing. Weird. I can't save until after combat, so we'll just wait till then. And then we'll quickly reload. Knock Knock can just wait. Valerie can just delay to sometime in the future. And we're going to cast a spell too. All the new Pitaxian wardens that showed up just all fell down immediately. This is so weird that there's no sound effects at all now, like they've all stopped. So I don't know what's going on. We'll just play it out in dead silence, because why not? I think Kyrieru's the MVP of this fight for sure. How did they deflect the arrow while laying on the ground? I guess we can just get Knock Knock to come fight this guy. The bard did die though. There are more guards coming out every second, but they're all just kind of dying because we have a very nasty crowd control spell in front. Pitaxian soldiers on the ground. Smilodon. I mean, no one has to do anything but Kyrieru, really. And of course Lindsay, who can just shoot into melee. And we'll just finish that guy off. I don't know why he's not moving, he's just standing perfectly still. Well, either... Oops, didn't mean to use or skip Kyrieru's turn. Oh well, it's fine. Either the AoE will wear off and then we'll go in and kill him, or we'll just take pot shots at him until he dies with Lindsay, because he's not moving. I don't know why, but I don't care either. And our main character cannot hit for his... Like, he's got plus 21 to hit. It's not a bad amount. I mean, he is shooting at someone with full plate and stuff, so maybe that's why, but still. No more AoEs, because we don't want to wait forever. Pew! We missed. Lindsay's turn, I guess. There's a hit. A critical hit, actually. And then nothing. Now we play the waiting game some more. We're just going to skip our main character's turn, because there's no real point. He's not going to hit. There we go. Alright. We have to fight Invading in the palace. Everyone's dead. All the bards are dead, but that's fine. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll just wait for the popcorn earth to go away. Actually, we'll save right here. I'll reload the game. I think we're out of time anyways, aren't we? What's our time looking like here? Yeah, I think we're pretty close to being done in time. So in the next video, we'll head into the palace itself. Hopefully there'll be sound. There'll definitely be sound. We'll restart the whole game, figure out why it's deathly silent, and then I'll see you guys next time. Take care.